Lost in Paradise is a decent film. This is a Hallmark film from 2026. This is directed by Dustin Rikert and it's written by Stephanie Jackson and Zach Lewis, with a cast including Lacey Chabert, Ian Harding, James Trevena and various others. And Sophia is the owner of a fashion business and she finds herself stranded on an island with Max, who is a chef. And of course the first question I had going into this was, how does this come about? And I'm not going to explain, but things make enough sense within the context of the film. I think the setup is really good and the rest of the narrative is really enjoyable. They have to work together to survive and maybe develop feelings for each other along the way. And it's a pretty interesting story. I think the pacing is good. We get to the island relatively quickly and it's filmed in Fiji, at least in part in Fiji, and it does look gorgeous. The weather was a little more cloudy than I was expecting. I was expecting strong, bright, natural light. Obviously, to an extent, it's not something they can control. I know they can use outdoor lights, but if they're filming outdoors, they're still battling with the weather. So it's not a criticism, but it doesn't look as bright and crisp as a lot of Hallmark films. But again, even if they're using artificial lights, they're still dealing with the outdoors. But it looks good, nevertheless. And we do have a lot of greenery. Visually, it's very satisfying. The costumes are great, giving the colour palette just a little bit of a boost. The story works well. The characters are likeable. They're well written. They're interesting enough individually, but also they work well together. Good on-screen chemistry there. We have some good music, good camera work, and the lighting is still good, even if the weather wasn't as bright as sunshiny as I had perhaps anticipated. It's a solid film. I don't have any complaints about this at all. If you're an existing Hallmark fan, I think you'll really enjoy Lost in Paradise. If you're brand new to Hallmark, it probably wouldn't be my first recommendation, just because I do prefer the ones that are more city-based, the ones that are maybe more brightly coloured, but that's purely personal preference. Nevertheless, it's a decent film, and if it sounds like a story for you, if you're a fan of anybody in the cast, or if you're just looking for an easy, enjoyable watch, Lost in Paradise is certainly one that I'm happy to recommend.